Hello everyone, Onyx here. Time for more Smite patch. And I know today is a bang on Isaac Artemis Plus, but it's best for me to do the Smite patch right now so I don't forget it later. And this Smite patch is all about 4.15. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy watching these videos and channel of course and series and all of that. So leave a like down below and subscribe please. With that said, see you over there. So yes, the Smite patch and high res have changed from the big fucking screen to have a small screen. And it came out 7 days ago. Hooray for me. And it's the Smite patch 4.15 that's called Corrupted Arena. Let's find out. New skins. One for Chiron, where he is a gay unicorn. Sun-kissed Amaterasu. Moonlit Ranger Artemis. Dead face though. Early Robert Saint Kangray. He's a Son Wukong. He's a member in the Gentleman's Club. Dragonkin Skadi. Beautiful. Dragon's Rage, Kukulkan. Noble Esports, Zeus. And last, but at least not littlest, smallest, whatever, Master Reskin for Son Wukong. The fish. But what the fuck happened to him? What the fuck happened? The fuck happened to you, Chiron? What the fuck? Holy shit. Holy shit. I am actually confused right now. When I see this skin, I think about World of Warcraft. You know, the Dark Elves. But when I see that, I fucking think of StarCraft instead. I ain't going puzzle right now. Robert St. Conray. Looks like a badass. Let's see here. What the fuck are you looking at? But damn! Smoke! That's fucking smoke, okay? Noble Esports. Yeah, sure, everyone is getting their skin. And of course, Son Wukong. Anyway, next place. Chiron gets a dance emote. New adventure, Corrupted Arena. The Mayan Pantheon has corrupted the arena and it's more dangerous than ever. Can escape the wrath of the Dragon's Rage. Kukulkan and the collapsing arena floor. Find out Smite's newest adventure, Corrupted Arena. Find out more about the Corrupted Arena adventure here. Ah, here it is. Survive the Corrupted Arena. The Mayan Pantheon has corrupted arena and is more dangerous than ever. Can escape the wrath of Dragon's Rage, Kukulkan, and collapsing arena floor. Find out the Smite's newest adventure, Corrupted Arena. How to play. Beware the feathered serpent. Kukulkan, Mayan serpent of the 9 winds, sits high above the battlefield. Tendrils of his corruption seeping down into the arena below. He struggles to break free from the magical shell to hold them in place, aching for the change to unleash the almighty spirit of the 9 winds. Avoid Kukulkan's rage. As a wrath against the chains which bind him, Kukulkan may shake the arena into its very core. Avoid falling into the abyss as great chasm opens in the arena floor and care for massive rocks raining from the skies. Unlock adventure chests. As you play the Corrupted Arena, you will earn arena points. Spend those points to unlock adventure chests containing mystical loot. Claim all rewards in all 3 adventure chests to get an awesome chest containing a guaranteed exclusive scout skin. Sen har vi the adventure bundle really. Survive, the yada yada, the limited skin. If you better say 10% off by adventure bundle. You get the skin for Coco Calm, the reward. an avatar, the music mating, and one golden key to spend in whatever you want. Nice. Sounds very interesting, really. No matter. Or visit our FNQ for information on adventures in general. Adventure bundle. Limited Coca-Cola Dragon Rage. Corrupted Wall Skin. Corrupted Music Theme. Corrupted Avatar. Gold Key also unlocks plus 2,500 arena points and 2x arena points going forward. Gold Vault. Limited Scattered Dragon King. Project Olympus. Project Olympus continues after with a special focus on our console players. There have been long-time requests for better controller options, improved information for players, and improved social functionality on console. And once 4.15 hits, these will be answered. Console features will appear in the 4.15 console patch. New controller options. The ability to fine-tune controller scheme is important to an action-based game like Smite. Players will not be able to configure the aim acceleration and dead zones through the controller settings menu. Additionally, players can choose to keep or remove the LB plus RB ultimate fire binding to suit playstyle. Players can now select if they want the LB plus RB to fire ultimate from the settings menu. Aim acceleration and controller dead zones can now be configured from the settings menu. Player stats. Players will now be able to see the stats, power, attack speed, movement speed in the main HUD. Finally, ever wondering how much movement speed you got had? Wonder no more. Console players will now be able to see a quick view of their stats on the main HUD, showing stats like movement speed, attack speed, power, and basic attack damage. Social improvements. Provided an option to invite players to the party or their friends list from the end of the match lobby. Points value to God leaderboard. Players now will see the points value on the God leaderboard that determines placement. Each win with a God gives that player a certain amount of points based on how difficult the match was and at what skill level the match was played. Losses deduct some points. These should better represent where players are ranked the way they are on the God leaderboard. PC UI memory improvements. Fixing a variety of issues that cause the PC UI to use more memory than it needed to. This should result in improved performance, especially on low-end machines. Well, thank you. My PC is a low-end piece of shit. Anyway, miscellaneous. Triumph chests. Updated descriptions to make it more clear what items are contained in each chest. Finally, I fucking wanted that for a long ass time ago. Consumables. Fix an issue replaced with a full consumable inventory that should purchase consumables while dead, resulting in the item disappearing and the players losing gold. That sucks. Ranked bank time. Bank time has been probably decreased from 60 to down from 90. Gameplay. Players were often struggling to finish out the build before the game ended. The Sweet Road Duty coming online at 5 tickets didn't result in a great feeling. We are increasing the overall goals pooling, which allow players to properly finish their builds and have a bit playtime at the level of power. Increased goals pooling from 8 to 10. That's fucking awesome. Conquest. Mid-RP. Reduced XP reward from 58 to 55. That's slightly sucky. Items, bug fixes. Vampiric Shroud. Fix an issue where Vampiric Shroud would proc multiple times on certain abilities. Evolved Shaman's Ring. Fix an issue where Alquan's Wildstorm will gain the bonus that damage early. Gods, bug fixes. Arachne, Nightcrawler. Fix an issue where landing on unleashed monsters will not deal damage. Athio, Lendwall. Fix an issue where Arthur could lose the ability to basic attack or cast abilities. Kukulane, Bent Ager, Berserk Form. Fix an issue where this could tick and extra time. Fixed an issue where this ability may not benefit from physical power. Rajin, Charge Tempo. Fixed an issue where the last ability cast will not receive the current reduction. Items, balances. Ichival. Hunter's builds are all about synergy. Every item needs to build power, penetration, and attack speed in the right order for Hunter to become late game powerhouses. Ichival not only provide these synergy stats, but did so for a cheap price and with early game boxing passive. It became a core item in all Hunter builds. We are decreasing its overall potency, so it is still a strong boxing item, but will no longer be a core stat source of all Hunter builds. These nerfs This nerf creates a large change in the overall hunter strength. To make up for this hit to core hunter builds, the other hunter items are seeing slight buffs. Decreased attack speed from 30 to 25%, decreased physical power buff and debuff from 10 physical power per stack to 7 physical per stack. Silver Branch Bow. Silver Branch Bow will receive similar changes as Ichiban. The key difference is that it will retain the full 15 magical power debuff it applies to main enemies. We want to highlight these items for the potential and to keep this item as strong as a strong counter to magic gods playing the ADC role. Decreased attack speed from 30 to 25%, slightly sucky. Decreased passive physical power buff from 10 physical power per stack to 7 physical power per stack. Curse Gauntlet. Decreased cost from 1,450 gold to 1,400. Devourer's Gauntlet. Devourer's Gauntlet has struggled to be relevant in Hunter's choice. We've been slow to ramp up and the core changes too. Lifesteal in Season 3. Players have shifted to alternatives in Transcendence and Achievers Rushes. Not only will it be easier to start with Cursed Gauntlet, but Devourer's Gauntlet is receiving a slight power buff on both its base form and its full stacked form, while taking slightly less time to stack. This power will synergize well with both attack speed and crit strike builds and should have clear rewards and pitfalls versus the early game Transcendence or Achievers Rush. Decreased cost from 2,050 gold to 200. Yeah, probably. 2,000 gold, whatever. Increased physical power from 25 to 30. Increased physical power stack from 0.4 to 0.5 per stack. Decreased max stacks from 70 to 70. Completed Devourer's Gauntlet stacks. Increased physical power stacks from 30 to 45. Decreased physical lifesteal for stacks from 50% to 40%. Azzy is in a slight bump to lifesteal and cost reduction to make it more attractive to hunter pickup. It now fits into a price category of true tier 2 bridge items like Ichiban and Gladiator's Shield. Decreased cost from 1,750 gold to 700 gold. Increased physical lifesteal from 50% to 20%. Bloodforge. Bloodforge is a luxury late game physical lifesteal and power item, but its situational usage was limited. It is receiving a minor cost adjustments to better balance its cost and overall strength. Decreased cost from 2,850 to 2,800 gold. Executioner. The Executioner serves as a hunter's tool for shredding through the high protection targets in a late game while also providing a good amount of attack speed. This item synergizes very well with Ichiban, and with the item being turned down, the Executioner is receiving a bit power to help it solidify its own spot in hunting build. Increased physical power from 30 to 35. Deathbringer. Critical Strike has been largely absent from hunters since the beginning of Season 4, especially with Shuriken 3 receiving. Attack speed it was largely expected to be the standard, but since then we have seen a large shift away from Critical Strike, while Devour Gloves a more viable would help Critical Strike. We also wanted to bring up the power of Deathbringer to further help this type of build see success. Decreased cost from 3,200 gold to 3,000 gold. Well, 3,000 gold. You see, interesting. You see, when something is too good, it gets nerfed, but something is too bad, it stays the same until a lot of people start bitching about it. Welcome to High Res, everyone. Anyway, Poison Star. Some builds are especially successful because they have extra flexibility. Critical Strike builds rarely have that advantage. Poison Star reserves an utility role in a Critical Strike build, but in its current state, it is underwhelming, especially when a hunter's main role is damage. We are increasing the Critical Strike chance so it's better synergized with Critical Strike builds as a whole, while allowing for a more viable utility option. Increase Critical Strike chance from 50% to 20%. Titan's Bane. Titan's Bane and Obsidian Shard are both receiving a cost reduction. Both these items took nerfs due to the potency at hurting guardians and warriors, but the pendulum may have shifted the other way. We want to ensure mages, assassins, and hunters have the tools to deal with heavy defense. At 2,150 gold, Titan's Bane Obsidian Shard would be more attractive when facing tank-heavy comps. Decrease cost to 2,300 to 2,150 gold. Obsidian Shard, the same way. Stone of Gaia. Stone of Gaia passive was originally created to provide a counter to a specific type of crowd control, and for that purpose it did its job. However, as a consequence, it limited the viability of certain gods. Ares, Ventri, Tyrion, and Xingqian were some of the gods heavily impacted by this item countering their main combos or ultimates. Players had a hard time justifying these picks when such a strong counter exists. We've changed the passive to now provide a bonus heal when you hit by these effects rather than negating the effects entirely. This fits with the item's overall theme of regeneration and should bring more gods in viability. New passive. If you're hit by knock-up, knockback, pull or grab, you gain 10% of your maximum health over the next 10 seconds. Can only occur once every 90 seconds. Still retains the ability to regenerate 2% of your maximum health every 5 seconds. Shifter's Shield. Shifter's Shield is a very flexible item that provides both large amount of power and large amount of magical and physical protection. This item not only had no weakness but encouraged tanky warriors to build a large amount of offense while being able to shrug off enemies attempt to fight back. As an item that is physical power and physical protection 3, it seemed a bit odd for this item to suddenly become equally good against the mages as well. To give this item some counterplay, we are removing the magical protection provided by the base item. Warriors will still receive offense and defensive strength, but mages will now have an opportunity to play against this item. Removed 15 magical protections. The item description to clarify it gives 35 of both magical and physical protections. Okay. Gladiator's Shield. Gladiator's Shield fulfilled a similar role to each Valve Warriors, shield protections, power, cooldown reduction, and strong boxing / sustained passive have really boosted the Warriors' overall effectiveness in both the early and late game. We are turning down the physical protections this item provides to make Warriors who build this a bit more susceptible to early game pressure while also lowering their total defensive power in the late game. Decrease physical protection from 45 to 35. And Heartseeker. Heartseeker has struggled to find a place in an assassin and an aggressive warrior builds alike. While it should synergize well with bursty characters, the raw power is provided and cost made it less attractive than other items from the katana or mace tree. We are slightly reducing the cost and increasing the power to bring it more into line with other staple physical power items. Decreased cost from 2,400 gold to 2,300 gold. Increased physical power from 25 to 30. God balances. Aphio. Since her release, Aphio has not let up her enemies. Her ability to consistently apply pressure and control while simultaneously keeping herself alive has limited the ability for players to fight against her. We are increasing the cooldown on her primary damage skill while also making adjustments to how the cooldown for entangling vines is calculated. Additionally, Ferocious Roar will provide fewer protections in later stages of the game, allowing Aphio to be more vulnerable. These changes should create more opportunities to fight against Artio while also lowering her consistent pressure during team fights. Energy Surge. Maulprey. Increase cooldown from 10 seconds to 12 seconds for both Synergy, Energy Surge, and Maulprey. Entangling Vines. Ferocious Roar. Entangling Vines will now only go on cooldowns once the duration finishes, rather than immediately going on cooldown. Decreased Ferocious Roar protection buff from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Kamazuits. Kamazuits have a strong early game through his gang potential and also strong late game due to his sustain, chase and poke. His early game was especially difficult to deal with due to his ability to deal a large amount of damage that is easy to confirm. We are tuning this down to bring his early games into a more manageable state. Bat Out of Hell. Decreased damage pursued from 140, 180, 220, 260, 300 to 120, 165, 210, 255 and 300. Freya. In the 4.14 Freya not only received base kit buffs but also large improvement to in itemization. This transformed a goddess who was quite low in all stats to one of the highest in the game. Her balance, a hyper carry mage, was adjusted. In this patch we are fully reverting the increase to her base speed, especially since the Mercury and Hassan Ring are seeing heavy use. While tuning back the strength for pulse, we still feel the needed a bit of help to get through the early game. Just not 10 per rank or level of help. General. Decreased base attack speed from 1 to 0.9 to 5. Pulse. Decreased pulse bonus damage from 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 to 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. And the last god in the god balances, it's about rum, or Rama. It's really up to you. Rum, you know, rum is like in red rum. You say rum. Rum is the only hunter, rum is the only hunter where we are adjusting this patch directly. His ability to pressure jungle camps combined with his ability to itemize with Devourer's Gauntlets were something we wanted to preemptively tune down. As with all hunters, this patch we're going to watch these changes closely and make adjustments in both hunters and items, new builds and strategies develop. Star Strike. Increased bonus damage from 15, 25, 35, 50, 45, 55 to 10, 20, 40, 30, 50. So yeah, that's really it. That's the 4.15 patch notes. Corrupted Arena. So like I said, when something is too good, it gets nerfed in the next patch. But when something is too bad, they will go into wait with this fucking buff for about 4 to 5 freaking patches. Then they're going to patch it out. Or if a lot of people bitch about it for long enough, it will probably patched in the second or third patch instead. But some items really needed us to get down some cost, the power also, and some actually needed to go up in cost and get more power. And some of this I actually didn't know it actually worked, but lo and behold, it actually worked. And the new things to the adventure, Corrupted Arena. Maybe. You see, it's Arena. So I'm probably gonna play Arena when it's time. Don't hold your breath. And also, yeah, sure. Smoke. Okay. Okay. What the fuck is that? This horse is exactly the same horse that Guanju is fucking riding. Iris love the gay people. Anyway, I thank you for watching. And so yeah, I thank you for watching. And remember to like, favorite, comment, share and subscribe to this video and channel of course. And don't forget to cool, awesome, glorious. As long as you're not a gay unicorn that really loves spanking and leather. Unless that's your fetish, then I don't want to talk. Because it actually makes me want to try that also. Anyway, I thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Tata for now. And bye. Next video is about the buying of Isaac. Not today, tomorrow. Anyway, bye.